Alright, this is going to be our operating procedure on how to torch cap sheet flashings. So we have base is complete, cap is done on the flat, chalk lines 6 inches from the angle change out. We bedded those granulars, so that's all done. We're going to start here just because it's easier to show than starting at the drain, otherwise we start down at the drain. We're going to line up our cap sheet with the chalk line. So our knee so it doesn't move. Grab our torch, and the first thing we're going to do is torch the angle change. Now we're looking to press with the back of our hands, make sure that angle change is nice and tight, and make sure we get a little bit of bleed out on both sides. Okay, second, we're going to make sure this is not long. If this is protruding out past, we want to trim it back. Be about 1/2 inch to 1 inch back from the edge. Peel this back. We're going to heat up our trowel before we do the next part. We're going to hold this back with the trowel while we heat up both the base and the back of the cap sheet. Now we're going to use this, rub that in and try and get a little bleed out on the back so that you know that it's stuck. That's the easy part. All right, now for the bottom. You want to lift this up until we know that it's stuck down. Don't just use your trowel, give it a little lift. Heat the trowel again. Now there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do a whole bunch of passes. I've recently switched to just doing one slower pass. It seems to work a little bit better. Take our trowel, rub out any air bubbles. Get our nice bleed out. So if you zoom in right here, my trowel was actually a little bit too hot and cut a little bit of the cap sheet. That's why some bleed out came there. That's okay, that's self-sealed, but just watch how hot your trowel gets when you're doing this. All right, bleed out looks good. Butter this up. Because this end is granulated, we are going to embed these granules so that we can start going both ways from here. So heat this up again. There's a little bit of heat on this, doesn't need much. We'll come down our 3 to 4 inch. Very lightly pressing on, shouldn't be difficult. If it's hard, add a little bit more heat. And now you have a salvage edge on this lap as well. All right, make sure it's all buttered in so there's no open laps. And that is our procedure on torching a cap sheet flashing.